Hello.
Hi.
I think we're live. Hello, everyone. So thank you so much for joining us tonight on this live. My name is Jules, and this is Lee.
Hi.
We're going to do a quick Instagram and Facebook Live and YouTube as well, actually, about tomorrow's enrolment for anyone that has any questions. There's been quite a few comments and things coming in. If you would like to chat to us about anything or you've got any questions, please just type it in the comments and we will try and answer as many as we can. Right, well, should we kick off with, do you want to just give us a little bit of a kind of brief summary of what enrolment is in case anyone's been completely under a rock, Lee?
Yeah, so enrollment is the process of signing into our website and choosing your activities and entertainment program for the weekend. So your ticket will include a number of activity credits, and you can use those to enroll in activities and plan your schedule before you arrive.
Nice. And so for everyone that's coming tomorrow, hopefully you've already seen Lee's video. So Lee made a very informative video explaining exactly what you need to do to be able to enroll tomorrow. And I guess as importantly, all of the things that you can do to prepare to make your experience as seamless as possible. So if you haven't seen that video, you can find that on our website. I'd suggest that you kind of have a quick look today if you can, or tomorrow beforehand, because there's a few things that you can do to make everything a little bit easier. Right, should we get to some of the questions, Lee?
Yeah. Yeah, that's
great. Okay, I love that some of our first questions are, well, our first question is, will there be stickers? Which has got nothing to do with enrolment at all, but absolutely brilliant question. Yes, there will be some stickers this year, which has been a very high demand of people wanting stickers. And Tom's saying, is the event card only?
Yes, it is. All the traders, all the food village traders and the campsite shop and bars are all card only.
Right, Lucy is saying, how do I transfer tickets to people in my group? I've watched the video, but I'm a bit unsure. Could you just do a quick rundown of that, Lee?
Yeah, so if you've booked tickets for other people, you basically have two options. Either you can enroll for those people. The benefits of doing it that way are that you can enroll for the whole group, so it's easier for you to sort of see what everyone's doing. Or you could, if you don't want to enroll for everyone in your group, you can transfer your friends' tickets to them so they can enroll for themselves. The benefits are they've got complete control, but obviously you won't be able to see all of your schedules in one place. If you're planning to do a few activities together, I'd say keep them together in the group leaders account. So if you want to do that, you need to add the attendees to your account and assign the tickets to the attendees so you can enroll on behalf of them. If you want to transfer them, you're going to put your friend's email address in, and that ticket's going to leave your account.
Nice. Raquel says, do the activities go live at 7 p.m. tomorrow?
Yes, they do.
Great. Jem says, where can I see how many credits I have? I bought a ticket from someone today. I have the ticket showing, but where can I check the credits?
If you go to campwildfire.co.uk/enrolment and you set up your profile, it should show you your credits there. If you've got an elementary ticket, you'll have 60 credits. If you've got a standard ticket, you'll have 120. If you've got Dynamo, you'll have unlimited.
Great. Have you got any questions coming in your side? I will keep looking. Right. Will we be able to keep our products from the pottery wheel? I know it may be difficult to have a kiln on site.
I don't think. Do you know the answer to this? I don't know.
There's definitely not a kiln on site, but I will find out about whether or not people can take the clay home and hopefully.
I mean, you can definitely take it. I think it just obviously might not make it home
unless you bring a special box for it. My partner's ticket still isn't. Oh, a Tixel ticket isn't still on his account. What happens if it doesn't get assigned to his account in time?
You'll need to speak to Tixel about that.
Well, have you got some on your side? What is the easiest way to get to camp from Euston?
I think from Euston, you'll probably want to just nip across to King's Cross and take the Thameslink line down to Borough Green and Bruton, and then you can take the shuttle bus up.
Is general camping going to be as cramped as Glasgow? I can't deal with that level.
No, it won't be.
Emerson Lote, yes, enrolment tomorrow is for week 2. Have you got a ticket to week 2? We did week 1 was last week, so the enrolment is already open for week 1. Race Rabbit, what do people normally wear? I'll take that one, shall I?
Yeah.
Well, people wear basically whatever they like. It's very inclusive. You can dress up however you like to come to Camp Wildfire. We do have a really fun, really silly sort of like theme, I guess, of well, we have 4 patrols. So we have the badger, the squirrel, the hawks, and the foxes. And you can get as involved or as not involved as you like. And that might include dressing up and joining in our patrol games, lots and lots of like silly fun things. So yes, if you want a bit of inspiration, if you're on any of our attendee Facebook groups, you can kind of have a look at some of the photos and some of the people that have come before and the sorts of things they wear. So Emma's Otter's Head too. Sorry if I said that wrong. What do you think is the most underrated activity that you've got scheduled? Lee, do you want to do yours and I will do mine?
Underrated. African Harmonies.
That's such a good one.
I walked past it last year, and like, you know, for a group of like people who had just started singing together 10 minutes ago, it sounded incredible.
Yeah, I was trying to think what mine is. I think like something like archaeology, or I mean, it's not underrated, is it? But it's just very like beautiful and really serene and calm and interesting. I think also I was speaking to quite a few people today that are saying that they really love doing the terrazzo as well. Yeah. Right. Kez and Bethan says, can we change the times of smaller activities over the weekend, e.g. dodgeball?
If by change times you mean change like when you're enrolled in it, then you can make changes at any point, like up until a session starts, I think, or maybe like half an hour before or something like that. If you mean can you change the time of our giant schedule, then no.
We do have drop-in activities though. So when you say smaller activities, dodgeball isn't one of those, but we have drop-in activities, which is something that you can come to any time, all of the time that it's open and operating. So that might be something that you want to change, and you can kind of put those in your schedule so that you've got a nice packed weekend. Louise says, what are the bar prices? How much money should I bring for the weekend?
They're like London prices. So if you're going out for a weekend in London, what would you spend? Like, yeah.
Nicola says, what time can we get onto the site on Friday?
Midday.
And what's about on site? Vicky says, what's about on site? Will I be able to buy camp shirts and badges? Yeah, I will tell you a bit about that. So we have Wild Kind Stores, which is it's our Wild Kind Stores. And it is stocked absolutely to the brim with lots of lovely things: patches, badges, shirts, hats, mugs, water bottles. This year, stickers. But this year we've got a few exciting new things as well. So yes, there'll be lots of things. If you would like to buy them on site, obviously not obligatory. You can decorate your shirt and everything before you come if you'd prefer. Nicola says, does the spa pass give you access to the spa multiple times, i.e. can I use it Saturday and Sunday?
No, it's like you get to enroll in one session. I believe they're 75 minutes or 95-minute long sessions, but you can do that in enrollment.
Great. Jem says, if you want extra credits, does it have to be bought tomorrow, or can you purchase them over the weekend?
You can purchase them at any point, so you don't have to do it tomorrow. You can You can just add them whenever you need.
Millie says, so excited for the 10-year party. Rianne Michelle says, I transferred my ticket from last year due to illness. I had accessibility booked last year, but I'm not sure, is it too late now to book this year? I think they mean for accessibility.
Yeah, it depends what you're referring to. I think the rules, the like deadline for applying for some things was a while ago. So go to campwildfire.co.uk/help, search accessibility, and it will have information and deadlines and things there.
Nice. Yorkshire Gemma says, when you enroll, do you know straight away if you've got a place so you can alter other options? Yeah, so Yorkshire Gemma, I'll tell you a bit about it. It's a really clever enrolment system because it kind of shows you any time clashes that you've got. So if you enroll on an activity, you'll know straight away if you've got it, and then it will help you with all the other activities, because if you then try and enroll on something at the same time, it will tell you that you've got a time clash. So yes, that is the answer to your question. Steve Normal says, is there a way of seeing what is booked already by people?
Yeah, it will. When enrollment opens, it will show you how many how many spaces there are on each session that are left.
Cool. Baz says, can you both do a lip sync this year, please? We'd love to see you both on the main stage.
No.
Oh, I might be arm twisted. You never know, Baz. Denise, it is a card only venue, no cash accepted. Nicola seems to have only just found out that we're near London. She said, London, eek, I live in Lincolnshire. Gonna have to remortgage my house. Oh no, have you only just found out where we are? Yes, we are just outside of Sevenoaks. Sarah says, lots of talk in the live-in vehicles WhatsApp about alcohol. Last 2 years, we could only consume alcohol in the field and not take it into the festival through security. As pointed out, they couldn't check we were taking 6. A few upset people asking if this was different for this year. A stamp card, maybe. I personally don't drink around my van as a solo, and I know I'm not alone in that. And Lee, you look tired. Thank you both for your hard work.
I'm fucking tired.
Oh. Yeah. It's a very tiring time of year, but tomorrow, once enrolment's open, we can start getting ready to go and make the festival wonderful. Is there going to be a new design of the enamel mug this year, given that it's the 10th anniversary, Steve? Well, we have been discussing this, so if that's something that you'd be interested in, that's really good to know. I will feed that back very quickly. Anyone that's asking about Tixel, that isn't anything to do with our system, so you need to speak to Tixel. People are saying, if you've bought resale tickets through Tixel, how do you enroll? Is that something you know, Lee, or is that anything?
I don't know, I'm afraid that's all through Tixel.
External. Nicole says, can you enroll in stuff now, then change your mind and change it to something else?
Yep. Yeah, you can change your mind as many times as you want. That's
fine. Arthur says, are all your production and crew roles filled?
I think so.
But definitely get in touch for next year. Shah says, we've all bought tickets separately. How can I add everyone to my group?
So you won't be able to add everyone to your group, but what you can do is ask each of the people that have booked separately to sign into their account and transfer their tickets to your account by sending them to your email. And then you'll be able to enroll for everybody as a group if you're the organized group leader type. So do that.
Great. Millie Charlotte says, for anyone new, general camping is really chill. I think that might have been an answer to the person that said, is it going to be as packed as Glastonbury? Yeah, and it's literally nothing like Glastonbury. Don't be scared or put off by any of that stuff. It's like really nice, small. I mean, it's not, I'd say it takes like 10 minutes-ish to get from one side of the campsite to the other, probably, approximately, and everything's really near. So you can park, and it probably, yeah, again, max 10 minutes sort of to your car and back to your tent. So don't worry about things like that. How do we find out what kind of food is available?
We'll publish so the food on site is provided by like street food traders in like food villages, and we will collate all of their menus over the next couple of weeks as they start to let us know what they'll be serving. So around 1 to 2 weeks before, we'll put those menus online for you to help you out. But it is pretty like broad range. It covers like most dietary requirements and tastes and wild flavors and things like
that. Samantha says, I have an elementary ticket. Does that mean I can enroll from tomorrow? I have tried to complete the information for our party online in advance as per the video advice, but can't seem to select our ticket type. Does that only go live from tomorrow as well?
I'm not sure what you're referring to when you say select our ticket type. So I would just drop us a message using our like either DM us on Instagram or Facebook, or send us a message using our web chat, and one of the team can like check for you and see if you've done all the steps, and if not, advise on what step needs to.
Matthew says, what time do we have to be in your tent by at night?
Whenever you want. Usually you don't have to go to bed if you don't want to.
Maria says, hi, my favourites aren't saving. Help, please. I've tried several devices now. Thank you.
Favourites aren't saving? That's bizarre. I've not heard of that issue before, or like seen that issue. So yeah, if you could drop us an email with like what type of browser you're using and what email you're booked under, and one of the team will look for you.
Do we have to pre-book the shuttle from the train station?
No, you can't pre-book it. It's just on a like first come first serve basis. It's not a very long journey from the station to the site. I think it's about 10 minutes, maybe, like one way. So it just kind of
shuttling, right? They'll be shuttling.
Yep.
It's all in the name.
So like there can be a queue for it. There can be a wait for it, but also it works out like not too much more expensive if you like club together with a few people and get a taxi if like the queue's too long for you. Yeah, it's all sort of on quite a loose basis, that bit.
Cool. Yorkshire Gemma says, is there somewhere close to park up if we arrive early?
Please don't park in the lanes. That annoys the local residents. I would recommend, if you're early, there's a great like garden centre.
You're laughing, but actually it's really good cafe, isn't it? It's lovely.
Got a good cafe, nice. And like lots of people kind of sort of seem to end up there on Friday morning, so it's got a bit of a vibe to it.
It'd be like the unofficial meetup before, won't it? You know when like bikers go on journeys and they all meet up like that. It'd be like that.
Yeah.
Gemma says also, is there a price list for the merch anywhere, please? We haven't got one yet. That will all be at the Wildkind stores when you arrive. H Stanza says, can you take your own alcohol in at all? And if so, how much?
Yes, you can. You're allowed to bring 8 cans of something. Very
nondescript. Yeah, all of that information is on the website. If you go to our help. I was about to say www. They're so antiquated. Catwildfire.co.uk/help. Nisa Marie says, this is our first time. We're really excited. What is a top tip for newbies? Do you want to do a top tip for enrolment? Because since we're on an enrolment Q&A.
Yeah. So, this is a bit of a get out. I'd say like the one top tip is we compiled all the top tips from across the like community of people that have been before. And we put all of the tips in an article on our website called Ultimate First Time Guide. So go and check that out. It's well worth kind of reading through to kind of try and get your head around it if you haven't been before. So yeah, I'd say start there.
my ultimate top tip is to challenge yourself to think a bit outside the box with activities, because like the biggest feedback that we ever get is that people are surprised by the things that they love the most. And I was just looking through the Camp Wildfire 1 enrollment from last week, and there's so many amazing activities that have still got space, and I think it's really cool to, when you're doing enrollment, to like pick a few wild cards, go crazy, do some things that you wouldn't ever choose to do, and then let me know afterwards how you felt, because honestly I really think that the ones that you least expect surprise you the most, and probably just you'll be so proud of yourself for doing something that you were a bit scared of or like a bit unsure of. Ursula says, what kind of clothes should we pack? And you've just covered that in your first time guide, right? You've also got an ultimate packing guide.
Yeah, we did a big packing kit list. We will also like email all of these guides and kit lists out after enrollment, once we're kind of like past that and into thinking about like the weekend. So yeah, we'll send these out to you.
Yeah. H Stanza, that might have answered your question then. They said it's a bit overwhelming for newbies. Is there somewhere with all the key info? So you can find that guide as well. What time do food carts? Oh, go on.
Well, I was just going to say, so we've over the last like couple of years, so we've mentioned a couple of articles there. We've compiled like a lot of information in our like help center, and we have a little clever AI bot that is like kind of ChatGPT, but it's trained on all of our information, so you can just chat with it in the bottom, like in the chat thing, so you can ask it like any question, and it should be able to help you kind of find any information that you want about specific things, or get your head around it. It doesn't always tell the truth, as most AI doesn't. But yeah, that's a good way to explore it. We plan to, in the future, we might not be able to do it in time for this year, but do like a series of audio guides and video guides as well, for people that don't like the written format. But the written format, the written information is there and ready to go now, if you do want to explore that.
I'm trying to work out what Gem means here. They've said, and this sounds like this is like a little bit one of those like eat, shoots and leaves it sentences. They put what's party online. What's party online? What's party online? I can't work out what that sentence means. Do you know what that means? What's party online?
Don't know.
Sorry, Gem. Can you explain what you're talking about? What time can we access the camp on the Friday, please? And what time do we need to be off on the Monday? You've already said Friday, but do you want to say Monday?
Midday to midday.
What time does food open for breakfast?
Oh, I think there's some things open from like 7.
Yeah, I think so. Definitely get ready for your first activity. Kaylee says, the dune buggies, is the weight limit more about weight or body shape? Say pear shape may be more difficult to fit, etc.
No, I would imagine it's weight. Like.
Yes. I would have thought so too. Sorry, I'm just trying to find. There's lots of chat about patrols again. Oh, Maria's clarifying about the starred thing on saving. They said the stars change back when I log back on. They're back to 0. I think they mean like they. Oh, sorry. The stars change, but when I log back into my account, they're back to 0. So it's losing the saved.
Could you drop us an email or just web chat or DM, any of those that go through to the same place, just with information, exactly what you've just said there, and maybe like information on like your email address that you're signed in with and things, and somebody can look into that for you and get that fixed.
By the way, if I'm missing anyone's questions, that's because we've already answered it, and we are going to reshare this video on our socials afterwards. So if you just zoom back, you'll find them. Louise says, if we're coming down after work on Friday, will we miss anything? Thinking 8 p.m, will the shuttle bus still be running? You will have missed a few things.
Shuttle bus will be running, but you will have missed a few things.
Including the opening ceremony at 5:45.
I'd get there by try to be there by 5:30 if you can, like set up by 5:30 if you can. If not, I mean, you will miss a few things, but you will still have plenty of time for great fun.
Yeah, you will still. And if you're going to take a day off or half a day off, you might be actually better off taking half a day off on Monday than Friday, and because staying Sunday night, because Sunday night's going to be epic. Donna says it's great for breakfast. Great, thanks, Donna. Lots of people answering each other's. Is there a camp council meeting this year? Martin says.
Yeah, always.
And for anyone that's wondering what camp council is, it's a really cool space where we sort of all get together on Sunday, or is it Saturday?
Sunday lunchtime.
Sunday. Anyone that wants to join, and I'm there, Lee's there, the team are there, and we just chat and listen to people's suggestions and we've had so many cool ideas from the camp council, haven't we, over the years? It's been
most things that happen now not most things, but lots of things that are at camp have come kind of out of ideas and feedback from those sessions. So if you do, if you're wandering around and you think you've got some cool ideas of how to improve camp, please come to that and share with us.
Bethany says, hi, is it possible to look at the music for weekend 1 and weekend 2?
There's no way to you have to be in the separate enrollments for those.
Although we do, if you look on the poster, so if you go on our social media, on the poster, it's all laid out on there. George says, what is Cupid's Club all about? Is it basically speed dating? Shall I do a little bit of an intro to Cupid's Club?
Yep.
So Cupid's Club is our IRL dating. I've never said IRL before. That sounded really weird. I'm not going to say that again. Cupid's Club is our in real life dating experience at Camp Wildfire. And it was brought about basically because there are so many like-minded people that come to camp. A lot of people that are single or, looking for like hookups, love, romance, whatever. And it's basically a club that you join. You receive a Cupid's Club pin badge. And you will then, if you want, come to our mixers and our socials over the weekend. And there's lots of things going on where you can sort of meet those other people that are single or looking for connections. I shouldn't say single because some people might be poly. So yes, it's kind of not speed dating. There might be some like gamey elements in it because we have 3, maybe even 4 now Cupid's Club hosts who are kind of curating the experience. We also have a matching service where you kind of write a little cheeky profile, and then over the weekend the Cupids sort of pair you up with people that they think might be suitable, and you can come and look at write notes for each other, and and also it's just a bit of a signifier because as you're walking around camp, if you're wearing the badge, then you might want to sort of like wink at someone at the top of the climbing wall or whatever you want to do. So yeah, it's good fun, and lots of people have made lots of connections, and I think there's been a couple of people that got married since they met at Camp Wildfire, actually, haven't there?
Definitely since they met at Camp Wildfire. I'm not sure if specifically Cupid's Club, but yeah, there's been a few.
Amy says, will the hot air balloon be returning in the future or no?
I think it's probably unlikely. It was so temperamental. It's so expensive and so temperamental that it didn't feel like a sensible use of everybody's funds, because ultimately that's our job, right? Is to find like the best activities to provide for all everyone in the community for the money that they spend on tickets. So it was so temperamental, and we have to pay for it whether it's going up and down or not, and even like just takes a tiny bit of like strong wind for it to not work. Just didn't seem like a smart investment when we can get things like zip wires or dune buggies or quad bikes that they're pretty like reliable and they can run in all different types of weather. So yeah, I think it's probably unlikely. I mean, it's cool, and we know it's cool, and we would love to do it again someday. But I think it's not prudent. Not that that's not. I'm not a very prudent person, so it's weird for me to say that, but. We have
no, it's good. It's good. You're right though. It is, has to be a decision that benefits the most people, and I think that's the right decision at the moment. Never say never though. Maybe blue. I love this one. Slight typo, but I love it. It's come out great. Hello guys, I'm well exciting. Third time coming. Question: what's your favorite activity to book onto? Do you want to have a little think?
Yeah, I'm gonna think. I haven't done this, but I'm excited about. I mentioned African harmonies earlier. I would like to do that. I haven't done it, but I think that might be cool. Also, gel blasters. I think it's going to be.
I was
really
going to say that. That looks so fun.
Gel blasters is like a sort of a lighter weight version of paintballing. So like it's not so painful or so dangerous as paintballing, but it should be really good fun. Kind of like blasting each other with little painty balls.
I like the idea of extreme ice creams. It sounds really good.
Yeah, that's new this year. I think that.
Yeah, really cool. Oh man, I'd love to do some activities. It sounds really fun, doesn't it? I get all excited.
Actually, tip for one that usually sells out really quickly, but actually had quite a lot of availability for like it was still available after like half an hour. Was tree climbing. I saw that at like 7:30 last week, and was like, oh, that's weird that's got space left. So
there's still some left as now from last week.
Yeah, and tree climbing is beautiful. It's just an amazing experience.
Oh, it's stunning. It's an absolutely giant, beautiful old tree, sort of tucked quite far away, isn't it? It's like a little kind of nook in the forest. What time can we collect our pre-prepared lunch bags in the morning? Do you know about that?
Oh, I can look that up. It says on the website. I'll look that up for you now. But I don't know.
Gem's confusing themselves. You know what they said about Party Online? They said, I thought someone said or typed before and wondered what they meant. I think they said they can't register for Party Online or something. But anyway, I think if we were talking about the evening, you don't need to enroll in that. So that is, everything is on there so that you can see and you can plan your schedule, but that no one's going to be checking your enrollment. I mean, there isn't enrollment for it. It's just purely so that you can plan.
Yeah. On the lunch, so you can collect lunch packs. It says here between 7:30 a.m. and 1 p.m.
Okay, great. It's a really good idea, actually, the lunch packs. I think, especially when you're like whizzing from activity to activity.
Yeah, it's new for Camp Wildfire this year. It's a bit of an experiment, just to see if it makes it was something that was requested actually at Camp Council that we mentioned earlier. So it's just an experiment to see if it makes people's days easier.
Lauren says, can you enroll directly from your favorites this year? I did in 2023, but I had trouble last year. Yes. Well, what you can do is filter by your favorites, can't you?
Yes. Yeah.
So yeah, definitely get favoriting, and then you can filter those tomorrow. When's the camp photo, please? First night or last night? It's neither of those nights. It is the middle night. And it is at 6 p.m. in the games arena. And yeah, it's definitely come to that. It's really great, and it will be there for years to come with your lovely face in the photo. So I'm just skipping back to Facebook.
Got some here. Mrs. Goldie 17 says, hello, I love your hair, Jules.
Thank you. I thought I cut my fringe too short. That's really kind. I spent ages in front of the mirror the other day, just like, and then say, thanks very much.
Kaza Monster says, why did the lip sync go? I don't think it has gone, has it?
No, it hasn't gone. It's very much here still.
It's still there. I think
it's part of the final, isn't it? Or before the final?
It's just before the finale. I think we're changing how it works though, because for a couple of years it's worked that patrols have known in advance what their song is going to be, and so they've had time to like prepare. But we want to introduce a little bit more chaos, so it's not going to be like as prepared this year. It's going to be a bit more random. So yeah, it's definitely still a thing.
Schmazza30 says, as a newbie, I found the first time guide super helpful. Literally has so much info on there. So well done. Thanks for putting that together, Lee, because I know that took you about 4 weeks.
Joseph Breeley says, Lee, your hair looks okay, I guess.
Where are you getting this from? Nobody said that on the chat. I'm looking at.
It's on the thing.
Did you just make that up?
No. Sorry, if I'd have made it up, I might have just been a little bit nicer. Like, it looks okay, I guess.
Yeah, I suppose so.
I think that's the best I could make up for myself. Great.
Rianne says, will the Wildkind shops be open on the Friday? As I'd really like to get some merch ahead of the opening ceremony.
Yes, yeah, they will.
They will be. Once we are parked up in our vans, are we able to leave the site and return?
Yes, you can.
Guys, Max Boy says, guys, it's my first time and I totally missed enrollment. Is this important or urgent?
Yeah, it's quite. I mean, it's fine. You can
still
enroll
loads
at any point from now until the events. It's fine, but yeah, I would like for all of the activities work on like a first come first serve basis. So the earlier you enroll, the more options there are available.
And you do need to enroll. People have turned up to site before and said, like, I haven't enrolled on anything. Woo.
Yeah, if that happens, like, you know, the team will look after you. They'll help like make sure that you enroll in some things, but you're then spending time at the event, kind of, you know, standing at a information cabin working through like what your options with someone. So that's not what you want to be doing. You want to be having a drink and a dance. So much better to do it online in advance. I've got here NoG93 says, which patrols are you guys a part of? We're not. We are like sworn to not be part of any patrol. What's that called?
I've got to tell you a little confession, I guess. My son is going to Camp Kindling, which is our family event that happens the week before the 2 Camp Wildfires, and he wants to be a hawk, and I don't know how I feel about it. Yeah. And because my nephew's a hawk, so I said to my son he could be a hawk, but he had to wear multicolored wings so that we're kind of, you know, repping the other patrols. So that's fine.
Yeah, we are technically impartial.
Yeah. No, I'm definitely impartial. I love all the patrols. They all feel close to me in some way. Do you know, actually, Badgers are due a patrol win. They haven't won in a really long time. I think they've only ever won once.
Yeah.
Someone can correct me on that. It might have been twice.
I've got 2 here from Bethany Ladd. Is the music different both weekends? Yes, it is different both weekends.
How's the music?
They're hair drying stations for the showers. There is hair drying stations in boutique camping if you're staying in there, or in the spa if you book a spa session. So you can use them there, but not in general camping. Chasm
says, go on.
Oh, go on.
Sorry, I thought it was siren. I was trying to block out your siren in the background. Tina said, do you get many solo people as well as groups? Yes, lots and lots of solo people. And you will be, if you want to be, scooped up by the solo community and welcomed, and you will not leave solo because there's so many wonderful people. We have a Facebook group that you can join in advance. And on site, there's solo camping, there's solo meetups, there's all sorts of things.
Yeah, join that Facebook group. And just say, hey, I'm going solo, and then everyone will introduce themselves to you. That's great. So the question I was on, for people that have boutique camping, do we have to queue and go in the main entrance, or is there a separate one? So there's 2 separate campsites and they're on separate sides of camp. So if you're on boutique camping, follow the signs to just use the postcode TN156AH to come down to the site. And then if you're going to boutique camping, follow the signs to boutique camping. If you're staying in pre-pitch camping, accessible camping, general camping, live-in vehicles, follow the signs to general camping, and that will work out for you.
Matthew Kent says mud wrestling would be a good activity.
Yeah, that would be fun.
I might suggest that for next year.
Chirpy8221 says, is the open mic just for singers, or could someone bash out a spoken word poem, for example? Yeah, I think it's open to all art forms. So yeah, get involved.
Great idea.
SCL End says, are we allowed to bring a small portable solar panel to charge our devices? Yeah, I believe so.
Great idea.
Check on our like help center, but I think so. I'm pretty sure that's fine. It sounds like a great idea. I'd like it if that was fine.
Nicole says about how many people have enrolled. Not particularly great with crowds, so it would be nice to get ready. So actually, interestingly, well, not interestingly, but you can see the capacity of the different activities in enrolment. So if you're looking for ones that have like slightly smaller capacities, you can look at those. You don't have to go. I mean, not many of our activities have loads anyway, do they? I think probably the dancing ones are probably the only ones that have got large capacities.
Yeah. So some of the like swing dance, Afrobeats dance are probably the biggest, and they're like I think 30 or 40 people in a class. But the majority of in like credit based activities are a sort of 10 to 12 people, so you'll be fine in those if you're not into crowds. One tip, if you're not into big crowds, a couple of tips. One, choose to go to the patrol quiz instead of the patrol games, because patrol games is like really busy, and quiz is more chilled. Secondly, make sure you check out the retreat space that we have on site. So the retreat is kind of just like a chill out space. It's like away from crowds, away from too much stimulation. There's mental health professionals there like all weekend to kind of like just hang out and help you. So that's that's available for you to kind of get away from it a bit if you need
to. Karen says, is there hookup for live-in vehicles?
Yes, there is if you book an electric pitch. So the live-in vehicle pitches are all sold out. So hopefully you've already got one. If you've got one without electric, contact us on email or web chat, and one of the team can help you upgrade that to include electric. But you won't be able to like add it on the day.
Sam says, got any clues or surprises for the 10th anniversary?
No clues to be given.
Have you got any more questions over your side?
Have I? Yeah, is the site accessible without a car? Yes, go to Borough Green and Rootham Station. From there, you can either take a taxi or you can get our shuttle bus up.
Joanne says, what is the family one called again? I think I mentioned Camp Kindling. Sorry, I just mentioned it because I was talking about patrols. Camp Kindling, yeah.
Histania says, in general camping, are there showers? Are they individual? Yes, there are showers, and yes, they are individual, and they're hot and nice. Very good. We pride ourselves on our like good quality showers and toilets.
We've been going to festivals for years, haven't we, Lee? And I feel like we are now old enough to know how nice the shower is.
The value shower, nice toilets and nice showers. So yeah, we spend a lot more money than most events do on toilets and showers in terms of like percentage wise, because we like those to be nice. HMC says, I'll be bringing my electric wheelchair, staying in general camping. Is there anywhere I can charge the battery at all? Yeah, so HMC, I would say all of that facilities is provided via the accessible camping. So please go onto our website and apply for accessible camping, because that's where the like electric wheelchair charging facilities are available. Even if you don't want to stay in accessible camping, you want to stay like with your friends or something in general camping, still do that application so that like that team are like aware.
Any more questions your side?
Yeah, I've got a few actually. Season 50 something says, are there counsellors on site? Yeah, at the retreat. So I mentioned earlier. So you can head there, and that's all free service. Zanara says, can kids attend the nighttime activities? I hope you're talking about Camp Kindling, which is our family version, our family event, because Camp Wildfire is for adults only. So kids cannot attend any nighttime activities or any daytime activities at Camp Wildfire.
Is there going to be cake and candles, says Martin?
Oh, there is definitely, I know there is cake involved in something.
Sam says, board games, can you bring your own card games? Sure, why not?
Go for it. We do provide like loads, but if you've got some of your own, some people have like made their own board games and card games before and want to bring it down and like test it out with some people. That's cool too. Yeah.
And Keely, the patrol games are free. You don't need to use your credits for them.
Yes. Nisa Marie says, how long is the walk from the car park to general camping? So this can be as short as about 100 meters if you're at the front of parking and camping at the back of camping. And it can, the longest distance is I always say about 1,500 meters, something like that. Yeah, so
I think last year we shared a drone shot, actually. So if you look on our social media, if you can be bothered to look back, we could share that again. That would be probably quite useful, wouldn't it?
yeah, I mean, if you're used to big festivals and like mission walks with like loads of stuff through loads of car parks and campsites, then this will feel very boutique and small and intimate to you. 157 Blondie says, if booked separately, how do we get pictures together? So I'm not quite sure what you're referring to. So if you're referring to camping pictures, in general camping, there's like no reserved pictures. It's all just like
except for reserved camping.
So yeah, if you're talking about like something extra that you've booked, like reserved camping, pre-pitch camping, boutique camping, you can ask. No, it'll all be pre. Yeah, you can email us and we can try and arrange for that to go together, but we can't guarantee anything on that if you're booked separately, I'm afraid.
Nicole says, I'm super excited, absolutely geeking out about this. Thanks both. You're very welcome.
Great.
We've probably got time for like 3 more questions.
Yeah, Caroline's for Paws Pet Care. Nice little shout out there for Caroline's for Paws Pet Care. Great username. Are there charging points for mobile phones or power packs? We don't provide any charging points, but there is a general store in general camping, and they provide a charging, like a phone charging service. You can leave it with them. They'll look after it for you while it charges. I think it costs a few pounds, something like that.
Charlotte, I've got 2 questions from Charlotte. Are you having the hair braiding lady again? Please, can you add a hair straightener person, which we can pay for, and a makeup person? I will suggest that to the team if they haven't got that already. And they've also
suggestion that we needed to note down earlier.
I already wrote that down.
Yeah, cool. Are we allowed to take gas canister stoves? Yeah, you're allowed to bring gas stoves. There's like one type which you're not allowed because they're quite dangerous. So just have a look and make sure that you've got the right one.
Where would they find that? On the help?
Yeah. We've got a whole article on gas canister stoves. I mean,
that was a fun article for you to write.
Yeah, it's, one of those things that you never expect to have to do in life, but now we have.
And another question from Charlotte. I may have missed it, but are you having the valet service again with the pink wheelbarrows? They were fab.
Yeah, I think you're referring to the porter service. So yeah, there's a porter service. Again, it's I think there's a small charge for it, maybe £10, £15, something like that. But a lovely person with a pink wheelbarrow will carry all your stuff from your car to where you're pitching up your tent. So I think it's well worth it. Definitely on the way out when you're tired. Ali Melrose says, "Can we bring our own drones?" No, you're not. Nobody's allowed to fly their own drones. Unfortunately, that's just a safety thing. So please don't bring it. Zanara says, "Is the boutique area separate or further to where the main activities are?" It's separate. So boutique camping and general camping are separate. And when you say, is it further to where main activities are like across the site. So there isn't like a close and far. It's vast with lots of things happening in different places.
Boutique is near some of the activities.
Yeah, it's very near some activities and further from others.
Are there shuttle buses running from Sevenoaks train station to camp?
Yes, yeah, there are, and it will be the like service times. What would you call that? Timetable. Thank you.
Yeah, someone made a word for that already.
I'm really tired. The timetable will be like available in a couple of weeks. But yeah, it runs kind of like most of Friday morning and afternoon, and Saturday morning, and then Sunday evening and Monday morning.
Okay, let's have one more question because we have to wrap up in a sec.
I've just got here, Low 4N says Lee loves the help page. Yeah, I do. It's just my get out of jail free card when I don't know the answer. I know the answer is somewhere on that page. So it's just my get out card.
Right. So any more questions your side? You done? I think
What time does it finish for the weekend? So on Sunday night, I think the last music finishes at 2 a.m. in the clubhouse.
Yeah,
if that's what you mean by that question. And Zanara says, is my experience going to be okay if all my preferred activities are fully booked? Yeah, just book onto, like all of the activities are awesome. So even if you didn't get your first preferences, I'd say, just go for whatever kind of like, whatever piques your interest, because they're all great fun and almost certainly like everybody's highlight will always be something unexpected. Everyone thinks quad bikes will be the highlight, but it almost never is. It's almost, always something else.
And a quick one from Melania. Melania says, no order on my account, but I have paid. Will I still be able to organise activities? Drop us a...
drop us a DM to sort that out, with the last 4 digits of the card that you booked on and the email address you booked with, and one of the team can find that for you. Right.
If you haven't had your question answered or you think of something else, our wonderful social media manager, Ali, said that he will answer everything tomorrow and more. So that's very lucky. And obviously we have a very, very, very helpful team as well that are ready to answer any of your questions too. Thank you so much for coming to our live. Do you want to give everyone like a bit of a tip for tomorrow to get ready? What would you say?
Actually, I've got here like my 5 top tips that I give every enrollment. So top tip number 1, check the map. So you can get to the map from Enrolment. There's just a button that says map. It will open for you. So the reason you want to check the map is because you want to try and organize like your day to not be going like this across the site, because that will really, really tire you out because it can be quite big. So try and spend like the morning in like playing fields and Adventure Valley because they're near each other, and then like the afternoon in like center camp and base camp, and like sort of plan things like that. Number 2 is to, if you're thinking of buying lots of extra credits because you want to do activities, you absolutely don't need to. You should have more than enough credits included to do loads of cool stuff. But if you do want to buy extra credits, often it can be like cheaper to upgrade your tickets instead of buying like lots of individual units of extra credits. Number 3 is try some new things. So like, choose something that you would never normally do. So if you're really like into like adventure and active sports, usually push yourself out of your comfort zone to do some bushcraft or some craft or some music stuff. And likewise, if you're usually a crafty type, push yourself to go and jump off the airdrop or something like that.
Me, you could describe there.
What was I up to? Number 4. Number 4 is try not to make enrollment a really stressful experience. It can be, and some people can kind of get in a bit of a tiz about it. But there's like so much cool stuff happening, and you will have like such an incredible weekend, like whatever activities you're doing. So don't be like my weekends are in because I haven't got that perfect schedule. You won't be able to make like a perfect schedule. So just choose a few things and get creative and get involved in some stuff. And number 5 is make sure you're prepared. So take 5 minutes now to go and watch my other video, which has all the steps that you need to do to prepare, which will involve setting up your account, adding like any group members, allocating your tickets, which you need to do even if you haven't got group members. You still need to allocate tickets like to yourself, and favoriting some activities so that you are ready ahead of it opening at 7 p.m. tomorrow.
And for people that don't like to be prepared, because I also think that sometimes I'm like, I'll just do it the day. It's not so much like a preparing, it's like actual things that you do need to do before you can enroll. So yeah, definitely worth doing in advance.
Yeah, cool.
Great. Well, thank you so much everyone for coming.
Thank you so much. Yeah, it's like hundreds of comments as well. Yeah, we're looking forward to hosting you, and hopefully I will be less tired by the time next week.
Go and have a good night's sleep and get ready, because tomorrow's going to be exciting. Yeah, great. Well, we wish you the best for tomorrow. Have a great time, and yeah, really just enjoy it. Oh, one more thing from me. We would really, really love to see how you're spending your enrolment. Lots of people do get together with friends, or just like go nuts with their pets, or I don't know, like all of the things. So please take some photos and send them to us and share them with us, because the team behind the scenes have done like massive hard work for building this system from the ground up, and we would love to see how you're spending your enrolment.
Yeah, particularly if you have a pet enrolling on your behalf, that'd be great.
All right. Thanks for coming, and see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.